From the Mount Washington Radio Group Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. The Conway Daily Sun says a longtime Conway educator has been picked to be the next principal of Kennett Middle School. The Sun says SAU 13 Superintendent Dr. Carl Nelson will recommend that Jocelyn Judge, who's worked in the Conway School District since 1995, become the next principal when the Conway School Board meets April 14th. Nelson tells the Sun he's nominating Judge after Judge met with 6 of the 7 members of the school board Monday night, and, quote, the board was very comfortable with her. Valley-based adventure filmmaker Tom Pollard says he's enjoying his experience, and as he and his hiking party move closer to the base camp of Mount Everest, Pollard is shooting film to document the attempt by 68-year-old Jim Geiger of Sacramento, California, a great-grandfather, to be the oldest American ever to reach the summit of the world's tallest mountain. Pollard shot film on a previous expedition on Everest in 1999, but didn't reach the summit on that trip. He says his party recently passed through a small village that has a monastery, and he got some good footage of Geiger taking some quiet time to reflect inside the monastery.
We've been resting and taking short day hikes and falling prey to the delicious dish made here at the Kumbu Lodge called spicy chicken. It's a real lot like the General Tso's chicken that you would get at a Chinese restaurant. We've been sampling just about everything, which is a sign that most of us are feeling really well and acclimatized to this quite low altitude.
Pollard says one thing has changed since he last passed through many of the small villages he's revisiting now, and that is they now offer internet access and cell phone service. His hiking party will look for a window of opportunity to summit Mount Everest starting the second week of May. More information and photos about his trip can be found on his Facebook page. In Maine news, a legislative panel has approved a bill to have the state study the market potential for building more casinos in Maine. The Veteran and Legal Affairs Committee unanimously endorsed the measure yesterday. The bill directs Maine to hire a consultant to study whether a market exists for more slot machines in the state. Once the study is done, lawmakers would work on developing a comprehensive process for regulating future gambling expansion. The bill comes after the legislature rejected several gambling proposals last week. The Senate killed bills that would have allowed Scarborough Downs and the state's American Indian tribes to ask voters if they can operate casinos. Maine currently has 2 casinos in Oxford and Bangor. In sports, in college hoops, Yale beat VMI 75-62 last night to advance to the championship game of the CollegeInsiders.com tournament. And President Obama welcomed the World Series champions Boston Red Sox to the White House. He praised their triumph on the field last fall while hailing them as a symbol of their city's determined response to the bombing at last year's Boston Marathon. The president met with the team yesterday. In the weather, partly sunny today, highs in the mid to upper 40s with light winds. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the mid to upper 20s, and partly sunny on Thursday, highs in the mid 40s. From the Mount Washington Radio Group Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.